When it comes towards the end of the year, I'm always writing out my goals for the new year and also my prayer points. Yeah, this is going to be like a nice little kind of end of year reset, get myself ready for 2026. We're going to be focusing and speaking about like different goals. I feel like this is such a great thing to do for anyone who feels like they need more clarity. Being in a space like this with my own thoughts and no distractions, and I can literally just sleep in a big cozy bed all by myself. I'm very excited for that. I got here like 15 minutes ago and I just had to sit down because honestly, your girl is getting old. Lunch, what time is it now? It's 4 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna go have lunch and then I'll be back to talk you guys through all the things I have planned in terms of how I'm preparing myself for 2026. Because planning is sexy. So this is my view. I feel like at night it will look even more lovely. There's not really much to look at, but buildings, I guess, London architecture, if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's just, if I'm not saying anything, honestly, you can hear a pin drop in this room. This is what I'm most excited for, to sleep in this bed. Excited that I get to control the heating. I know I'm going to have this up to as high as it can go. The only thing that I don't like is when the light shines down a bit too much. There's like a rooftop dinner place up here. I don't know if I can take myself to like dinner dressed up solo. It's a restaurant that's in the hotel, so honestly, again, I think the worst thing that will happen is people just looking at me that I'm by myself. And honestly, oh well, because I'm going to eat lunch by myself, but I guess it's different because I won't be wearing a full-on dress and heels. We are starting off by addressing probably one of the hardest conversations that people tend to have with themselves, and that is finances. I thought I'll just get that one out of the way, done and dusted, because it's going to make me feel probably the most accomplished. How I'm going to start this off is speaking about how I manage my finances. So at the moment, and pretty much for like the past year and a half, I've been using the 50-30-20 rule. This is not like financial advice. This is just purely me speaking on my personal experience and what has worked for me. If you're not familiar with 50-30-20, essentially what it is, 50% of your income will go on things that you know you need to spend your money on, not just things that you want, but things that are a necessity in life. So rent, utilities, bills. 30% of your income will go towards wants. The want section is obviously going to be very personal to you. 20% of your income will go towards your savings. Now, something I find really interesting about the want and the savings aspect is I found myself actually swapping it around sometimes. So saving more than what I actually wanted. I also forgot to mention that 20%, not only does it go towards savings, but it can also go towards debt repayments if you have any debt or if you have anything that you're paying off. Right now, I'm just updating all my bills and how much is going to be coming out of my account every month. So that literally includes like my gym, my phone bill. There's different resources that you can use. I'm literally using Numbers, is the app that comes on your MacBook. Something that I love on here is that you can track your salary against your money out. So you will see how much you're left with at the end of every month. You can then use that to proportion the rest of your money as you want. And I think lastly for me, it's just being clear on my financial goals, especially for 2026. I think something that I'm probably gonna do is look to also break it down into quarters. So I kind of already have my goals for Q1. At the end of every quarter, I can review how well I'm doing. Glasses have come out because my eyes are getting tired. And when they start getting tired, I feel tired. I'm going to keep this quite short and sweet because I'm still doing my own research and I'm still doing my own findings when it comes to health and whatnot. But towards the end of the year, if you watch my last vlog, there was a day where I said I was really tired, and it wasn't like a mental tired, but it was more of a physical tired. And I couldn't really put my finger on why that was. Long story short, I went to the doctors and I found out that my, blood sugar level was quite high, also known as impaired glucose fasting. I'm still doing my research as the days go by. I'm still learning about what it is I should be doing and things like that. General consensus right now, obviously, is to reduce my sugar or cut out sugar completely, focus on protein, focus on fiber, remove mass carbohydrates, things like that. So currently, I go to the gym, I do Muay Thai, I go on walks, I hike quite a bit when it's not too cold. So I've never really had an issue with moving my body. I think it's definitely more the diet aspect where I'm just very careful with what's being put into my body. I think probably my hardest issue is going to be like sweets or sweet treats and cakes and things like that. I don't know what it is, but as I've gotten older and, my PMS, everything feels so much more heightened. And for all the people that I have told so far, I think one of the first things they always said to me were like, how did you know? Like, how did you know to go and get checks? And I was like, I just didn't feel like myself. And if anyone is like that out there, genuinely go and get checked. You will thank yourself in the long run. Like, I'm thankful that I went. Thought at first I was just getting burnt out, and that was like the lead up to me being burnt out because I was doing a lot of work. Now it's actually about being very intentional, very precise about what I'm putting in my body, not eating past a certain time. It's so crazy when you experience situations like this, because then you actually experience the reality of someone else. Obviously, I'm not there yet, and God willing, I won't get there. However, it's obviously very important to be aware of these things. And I think once you're aware about it, you know, you can work towards preventing it. Just a few quick things as well that I think that you guys should consider doing moving into the new year. So I've written them down so I won't forget. So first one is creating a routine. This has helped me so much towards the end of my 2025. Definitely recommend picking up a hobby. It can be something so low maintenance, something so simple as walking. A hobby that I do that I've briefly mentioned already was Muay Thai. This is something that I started, I think maybe like 2 years ago now. Something else I would recommend you to do is to clear out your wardrobe and sell the things that you don't need on Depop. Also, last but not least, something that I would definitely recommend is breaking down your goals into habits. What I mean by that is, if your goal is to save, like, let's say £2,000 by the end of the year for next year, the habit you would build is, you know, putting away a certain amount each month in order to get to that goal. So when you create a goal, don't just create a goal for goal's sake, but have an actual habit attached to that, which will allow you to see that goal through. Onto your goals, there's so many different ways that you can track your habits. And you also have to ask yourself, like, what are you willing to do? Like, Rihanna really ate and Kiss It Better when she sang, what are you willing to do? Because what are you willing to do to get to that goal?
From that pretty mouth, the truth is fitting. Cause you ain't never talking loud and you know plenty. You know what I'm talking about, cause you just get me. Yeah, you so pretty. If everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar-coated. What a lie. What a lie. What a lie.
I think I did my makeup in about like 21 minutes. And honestly, I am happy because it looks like I've done a lot, but I didn't do that much. It'd be nice to get up early for breakfast, and I also want to use the gym as well. The gym is 24 hours, but I doubt I would go tonight. I don't know. I mean, I could, but like, am I going to? That's the question of the day. I mean, I'll see how I feel, but I think if anything, I'll save it for tomorrow. Got this in a goodie bag from Superdrug Presents. And this is actually a lot more gentle cleansing than like other makeup removers that I've used.
If everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow.
That's my makeup off with the micellar water. It's the Calm Restore Foaming Cleanser. Good for sensitive skin. I really do like Aveeno, to be honest. So yeah, this has been quite good. Good morning. It has been a quiet and slow morning, and honestly, I love that. With the means to kind of take it easy when it comes to my mornings. My breakfast is going to be protein based, low fat, low to no sugar. So if they have maybe like a 0% yogurt or something with granola, that should be fine. If they have bread, I'm not going to eat it unless they have like a whole grain option. Me actively working towards the situation I'm currently in. And I don't want to be in the mindset that I'm taking good things away from me, but actually I'm adding on good things. Again, I think for the meantime, it's to be mindful of what it is I am consuming and then continue to do my research.
That pretty mouth, the truth is fitting. Cause you ain't never talking loud and you know plenty. You know what I'm talking about, cause you just get me. Yeah, you so pretty. If everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar-coated.
We'll have like an hour here before I check out, finish packing away my stuff, and then do any little bits, like admin bits that I have planned for Monday. Really reducing the habits where the convenience of things are obviously on our phone, but it exists elsewhere as well. The thing I look at isn't going to be a screen. There's still a lot that I need to focus on in regards to my personal life and also my business. I mean, I've been posting like every day on TikTok and Instagram on the business page. Sometimes I've been posting at least 2-3 times a day, and the growth that I've seen in the space of 2 weeks has honestly been insane. But honestly, I really enjoyed my stay here, and if I don't come back here specifically, I definitely want to do like a solo retreat somewhere. My birthday's in just under 2 weeks and I still have no idea what I'm doing. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards visiting Ireland. I was actually born there, so I feel like just going back and just staying somewhere really chill and cute and, you know, be there for the weekend and be back home. Like, it's just nice. And obviously because it's so close, it's very affordable to go. So it'll be nice to go back and just explore the city a bit more. It is home time. I'm actually scared to step outside because of how cold it is. The sooner I leave, the sooner I can get started with all my work that I have left for today.